subscribe and hit the notification bell to help us achieve the 300k mortal plan. Every soul counts. Today we are back with Goku Trains Caulifla. Now, this is a series, of course, where Goku, in all his wisdom, is training Caulifla to become a Super Saiyan 3. I'm going to have a link to the last episode, the last chapter, in the description below, as well as the full playlist. Go ahead and check it out. That way you guys are all caught up to the story. But just a quick recap, in the last chapter, Piccolo has Caulifla dead to rights. He's got her trapped in his Ki Volley booby trap attack, as well as a special beam cannon directed directly at her face. So she is in a world of trouble. She cannot really move out of the way, and at the same time, she can't take the entire destructive force of the special beam cannon without being maimed or killed. So she is in a hell of a bind. Let's see exactly how she gets out of this one and what Piccolo does to respond. Let's jump right in. It's finally time, and Piccolo directs all the Ki blasts in the surrounding area to attack Caulifla at once. Piccolo is trying to hit Caulifla with all those blasts, keeping her in place. That way he can hit her with the special beam cannon. Now, Caulifla in the last chapter really only had one of two choices, which was either try to go for the special beam cannon and get hit by all the blasts, preventing her from maneuvering out of the way from the cannon, or she could fully take the blast on her own terms and then try to see the special beam cannon coming at her and dodge it. So which way is she going to maneuver? And of course she goes with the second choice, blocking all the blasts. They all hit her, but yes, she is able to withstand it because she braced herself, and at the same time she is trying to see through the blast, through the smoke and the explosions, to see the special beam cannon coming, and she does. She sees it coming through all the debris, and it's coming directly right at her. In the matter of half a second, she narrowly escapes the special beam cannon, and Goku staring at her because he is realizing that Caulifla is now pushing herself on a completely different level and wavelength than she was previously. She was able to basically take all those blasts because she traded it off. She realized she had been trapped. Piccolo had her dead to rights, and either she was going to take the entirety of all the volley of the blast, trying to get away from the special beam cannon and get extremely severely hurt and still get hit by the special beam cannon, or she could brace herself, take the impact, and then try to avoid the special beam cannon at that point, because those little tiny Ki blasts were not going to do really much of anything to her besides keeping her there. And so she maneuvered out of the way, and she has another trick up her sleeve. She points and directs her fingers toward Piccolo, and this is by no means a special beam cannon, but this is exactly the same attack that Goku used on Caulifla and Kale in the Tournament of Power when he was Super Saiyan God, and it looks like she is mimicking this exact technique and making Goku a proud master. And as we see here in this panel, she shoots the spirit gun, for lack of a better name, right at the same time as a special beam cannon is blowing right past her, and she thinks to herself, this is going to hit because he did not calculate that I was going to be able to attack so quickly. And she is correct in this. If she was fighting any other opponent, then yes, this would absolutely work. And even though this blast isn't as strong as a special beam cannon or as lethal, it would have still hit Piccolo unguarded without having any protection up, and that would have been it. Piccolo would have been hit blindsided, leaving Caulifla enough room to go in for the kill. Unfortunately for Caulifla, she's fighting Piccolo, and at the moment that Caulifla shot her attack, Piccolo appears right behind her, and Caulifla here is realizing in the moment that Piccolo has double stepped her. He is behind her and he is ready to knock her out in one blow. Piccolo was ready with a counterattack to Caulifla's counterattack, and this just shows the lethality and how much of a powerful and strong character Piccolo is throughout this entire series, and why he is a master tactician compared to everyone else because of shit like this. This honestly gave me goosebumps when I saw it, and it is by far my favorite panel in this chapter. Vegeta thinks to himself, she's done, and the strike is about to hit Caulifla's neck. This is the span of a few seconds that this is happening, that Piccolo had all this set up, and that Caulifla is basically reacting to it. It just shows the power and speed of these characters. Like in Dragon Ball Z, when you're seeing Goku and Cell fight and everybody else is kind of like looking back and forth, like trying to watch and keep up with the fight, that's kind of what's going on here. They're moving so fast that only themselves are able to gather the weight of each decision that is made in this battle. Caulifla goes flying toward the ground but lands on her feet. And Piccolo thinks to himself, no way, I did not believe that she would react to my current attack. So that means during the microseconds that Piccolo was about to karate chop the back of Caulifla's neck, she countered it essentially. She turned around and blocked it with her wrists, making it so Piccolo just slammed her to the ground and she isn't out of the fight yet. Not sure if this is the end of the fight, but it looks like Piccolo underestimated Caulifla and Caulifla underestimated Piccolo. And you guys can see here that Caulifla is in bad shape after this entire fight, and she says to herself, the attack that you were charging up was never meant to hit me. It was meant to distract me so you can come up behind me and end the fight relatively quickly. I'm impressed. And that is the end of today's chapter, guys. It looks like Caulifla is giving Piccolo the respect that he deserves because he is owed all this respect. He is one of the best characters in Dragon Ball, and I cannot wait to see what happens if this fight continues or if it ends right here, because Piccolo was thinking so many steps ahead and Caulifla fell into each and every trap, not thinking strategically like he was. Thank you guys so much again. I know my voice sounds weird. It's because I lost my voice. I'm actually really sick this week, so yeah, bear with me, but I should be back up to speed in no time. Let's see who won the hashtag end of video squad. The winner of today's hashtag end of video squad, the soul that decided to stay till the very end of my previous video and drop hashtag end of video squad on their comment, is going to be Eric King. Blackscape trying to make us fail the last couple of days of No Nut November with these thumbnails. Well, I mean, if you're watching my channel, you probably already failed. Thank you so much for your comment, Eric. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content.